A moment ago, I stumbled upon a most amazing phenomenon. Something so incredible, I mistrust my own judgment. Look.
Hey, there you are. I see you.
How you doing?
Wonderful. Good to see you, buddy.
You do. Good to see you as well.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Like your background. That's nice.
Oh, that's the studio. This is where all of the magic happens. So to say.
Okay, I got a personal question. Can you hear the music that I'm playing?
No, I can't. Can you hear the music that I'm playing?
Okay, let me put mine down.
I can turn off. Hold on, I can turn mine off.
I'm trying to get it set up so it plays in the mixer as a background for the whole interview. But
okay,
I was playing Bride's.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, well, I guess I'll enjoy it. Well, no, I can't hear yours. So, well, welcome to the show. And it's really great to have you here. It's great to start actually doing interviews again. And so let's get this going, man. Where do you live? Where are you from?
Well, thanks for having me. We're based out of Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Okay.
Which is not familiar, is like 60 miles south of Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
So we're kind of right in the middle of all military bases here.
On the military bases. You like it out there? Is there a good music scene out there?
The music actually really pretty impressive out here. It's it's its own microverse in Colorado, but we have amazing artists that have just popped out of the music scene community down here, ranging from what we're doing to what we're chanting to Revolution State and Prosthetic Patient. I mean, everywhere you look, you can throw a rock and there's another good artist. So we have a good community of small independents that we can get into, whether it's art, whether it's like an art or style, or whether it's an actual venue, or whether it's more it feel more like the small venues of New York in the 80s and 90s in some ways. So it's a unique area where I feel like we're in a perfect storm right now.
That's awesome. I do kind of miss those venues back in the day where it felt more personal.
Yeah. Same here. Like, I used to do stuff in Denver. That's where I'm from. And the venues up there, we would I wouldn't have to promote, and we would have 150 to 5 people a night. And down here, like, you can promote, and if you're not connecting with the audience, you're gonna know it. You're gonna get like fight going, yeah, we love you. And then, but if you're connecting with the audience down here, you'll have a room that only has 150 people, and you'll have 300 people waiting to get in.
Yeah.
So it's got a crazy energy going on right now down here.
Wonderful. Okay, so how did you come up with the name Produkt 42? It's kind of interesting name.
That was back about 15 years ago. I became disabled after a traumatic brain injury.
Holy Moses.
And it knocked me out of chef and kind of removed a lot of my music knowledge and computer knowledge. So I had to relearn everything right now over the last 10 years.
You're doing well?
I'm doing well, all things considered. I mean, I wasn't even sure I was going to ever do music again, and now I'm helping put a music out that I absolutely love, and I'm dumbfounded every day. I look through our artists, I'm like, really? I Am Warface is on our label. Enola Gay's on our label. Microwave is on our label. Brides is on our label. I mean, we're putting this stuff out at like I can't even fathom. 10 years ago, what was like looking at me going, what how did you manage this? Like 15 days a week, a month, you're on the floor having a seizure.
Like, now you're having a seizure because you're enjoying it.
Well, yeah, I'm still having seizures from my head injury, but now it's
no. I'm just talking about you're flopping on the ground because of joy.
Exactly.
Enjoy what you're doing. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
And better days ahead.
It's where it is, but
right.
We're getting somewhere.
I'm happy for you. That's good. So, how long have you been doing this? How long has Produkt 42 been around?
So Produkt 42 started as a production company. One of the people, when my head injury happened that I was living with, we were DJing and putting some nights down here. And the venue owner was like, hey, we want you guys to headline for this national trip hop electro clash acts that are coming through, because we know you're going to have a bigger pull than they're going to. We're sitting here going, well, we don't even have a name for our act or anything. And so we pulled together Critical Reaction Technique, which was literally too much, taking industrial music and taking the Jamaican sound clash idea of DJing, and going head to each other with just the craziest electronic music, like industrial electronic music we could find. Awesome. And at that,
like how Real Coco does that a little bit, using tribal music, in the background, which is awesome.
And that's some of where I got the from. I mean, I go back to Wax Tracks is kind of where I cut my teeth on music that pushed me to where I'm at now. So we kind of do that, but had to come up with like a production company name, so we threw Produkt 42 on there, and that was just just kind of a placeholder, but I wanted to do something more with it. So during the pandemic, I started putting my music as OSO, and immediately within probably 2 weeks, I started getting record offers and whatnot. And due to my health, I can't, fulfill a normal record offer. Like, I can't fulfill the requirements of touring and stuff like that. I can be my house mostly. I
hear you.
So I negotiated a lifelong digital distribution deal, and started putting my music out that way. And the company that I did that through, the owners all, oh, hey, why aren't you doing a record label? I'm like, I can't afford to do a record label. He's like, yeah, you can. You negotiated one. What? I'm like, I thought that was just for me. He's like, no, you negotiated that anything that you deem good enough to put out, you can put out. through us. And he's all like, so I want to point something out. Your Facebook friends is Max. And out of that 5,000 people, 4,000 are musicians. Yeah. 3,000 of them are unsigned. He's like, you do the math. Statistically speaking, exactly. He's like, statistically speaking, it'd be stupid of you not to, because if nothing else, you can help get these people's music out worldwide. And if say something happens to me, whatnot, it's not going to take it down like if I was on DistroKid or something like that. Gotcha. Like it's an up for 35 years after I die. Wow. Like everything we do. That's impressive. Like that's cool. The kind of, that's the type of setup we negotiated. So we distribute 200 plus countries on what 70 plus platforms at this moment. So I think there's only a few countries that, due to certain regulations and bans and stuff like that, not being played in at this point.
So with all this issue going on with Bandcamp right now, how do you feel about that? And do you have a backup plan for your artists?
Well, so we already have.
Sorry, I just came up with that one. That was not on the list, but
that's okay. That's okay. I've been thinking about this. I would just kind of let one of our artists know. At this point, we've got Bandcamp covered. Since we're a record label, we paid for those record label services. Yeah. As a record label, we've been guaranteed any of our artists are still going to get the pro serve paid for. So at this point, and let's say down Bandcamp, which it's not likely that they're going to shut down Bandcamp. It's unfortunate that they're going more the AI route there to automate a lot of it. They're trying to, it's a billionaire trying to make more profit with as little labor as he possibly can at our cost. So that's part of why I negotiated the type of deal I negotiated, is that way our artists don't have to go to DistroKid and then worry that if they can't pay that $15, or if they go amount of or albums that they're allowed, that they can't have to pay that $30 a month, that their music's going to be taken down.
Yeah,
like going to be an issue. We wanted to make that something that I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. Is even if I die, the music, everyone that we put up is still going to be there.
Yeah, it'll survive.
It's still going to, and the fact that my business partner knows how everything runs. She can also help. She's helping set up a system right now that our artists are going to be able to make and send their stuff straight to our distribution, so we can just button and say, "Yep, this is approved," and then distribute it instead of even really having to fight with us. Very much being like, "Hey, I've got like 12 singles," and I'm like, "Well, hold up. I'm not against the 12 singles. I just have to process." Because we've got I get probably 10 people submitting stuff to me a day.
Wow.
So
almost every day, mostly through Facebook and stuff like that.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, friends of friends, different magazines I've worked with in the past, different DJs I've worked with, different bands my wife and I have booked out here in Colorado Springs. Some of them we were friends that we DJed years ago.